Hello guys, this is Francesco Córdoba Talora and this is Análisis con Pacho, hashtag Pacho Analysis.
Hello and welcome to kurzGeschichte, the channel which is always about history in a very compact way. Today there's no special kurzGeschichte, it's not about a specific topic. I have a guest tonight. His name is Francesco. He's doing a YouTube channel himself. I first met him in London, and yeah, he's originally from Colombia. And my main question tonight is, what do we know about Colombia in Germany? And usually we know nothing. You can maybe point it out on a globe. It's in Central America somewhere. Was first discovered by Europeans about 500 years ago by America Vespucci. Independent by Spain in the 19th century. So that's it. I can't tell you more about Colombia.
You know, Colombia, South America just had Panama, the Panama Channel. Panama was actually part of Colombia before.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we have the Panama Channel there. And we want to build another channel, but still for the Chinese. But that's the reason we unify the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. So it's the port of communications for all South America and how you can combine with Central America. And maybe the most important Colombian that you know is Shakira.
Okay.
Shakira
Yeah.
is Colombian.
Oh.
There you go. And you can see good coffee about Colombia.
Yeah, the main export.
Yeah, we were the #1 in the world, now we're #4.
Okay.
We're back in the 80s. You know Juan Valdez, you know, the peasant with the donkey. Big. You can see that in the movie Bruce Almighty when Jim Carrey says, I want a good Colombian coffee from the mountains of Colombia. Boom. That's Juan Valdez. So yeah.
Okay, but what happened in the last 50 years in Colombia?
Remember, one of the key things that people know Colombia, it's about drugs. So we produce 40% of cocaine in the world. Still,
That's a lot.
we fight a lot with Peru and Bolivia, so when they increase the process, it goes up and down. And because of that, we have a terrible conflict, like internal conflict. Since the year 1948, we have the FARC EP, which is the oldest guerrilla in South America. Still active, can you imagine? So from 48 till now, we have had, like, if you visit Colombia back in 1993, we have in the top 10 of the most dangerous cities, 10. Now it's just only one. It's Cali. It's #7 in the list. So that's
Okay.
That's how we have improved, no? You know?
It changed a lot, yeah.
And now we are in a pivotal time. I call it pivotal time because, you know, 60 years of internal conflict with the Marxist guerrilla. 200,000 people die in this process. 6 million internal displacement. That's only equivalent to Sudan conflict and now to Syria. And we have the second largest mining in the territory after Kosovo and Bosnia.
Okay.
And now the government, after 4 years of negotiating with the FARC, they have reached an agreement. An agreement that will allow us to find a peace with this guerrilla group, but in October the 2nd, Colombians will decide if they want to validate the agreement or keep fighting like crazy.
Okay. And what do you think will happen?
Well, I can only tell you what the agreement says. The agreement is a very long document, 297 pages, so you know most of the people will not read it. That's the reason we are creating some videos to explain.
Did you read it?
Of course,
Okay.
I'm in the process, and that's the reason of the videos we are creating. So for all the people that are watching, I'm gonna resume. It has 6 parts. One part is they want to do a biggest agricultural reform in the country because they want to reduce poverty. So they say you have to put education, health, cooperatives, and all the stuff in a new plan. So you have to pour a lot of money in this. The second is how do you deal with the guerrilla. So the guerrilla will pass from being a guerrilla group to a formal political party with direct representation. So what the government will do is like, okay, you're not called more FARC. Now you're called Fondo Común or FOCUN, and then this private organization will create a new political party. Okay, in the next elections in 2018 and 2022, we'll give them 5 people in the high camera, which is called Senado, and 5 people in the lower camera. Currently, and then plus that, we will also create 16 zones, temporary zones, and people can get elected.
Okay.
So for the new party, they will have these 5 and the other 5. But all the parties that are created after this agreement is validated by the Colombian people, they can run for also to be member of the parliament of these 16 places. So that will increase the participation to all the members of the guerrilla, be part of the political discussion, and a second most important element will be safety for them. Colombia back in the 80s and 90s was the worst country in the world. We had horrible things, and this, I think it's the only country in the recent history that from 7 presidential candidates they killed 5.
Okay.
That happened in 1990s. So that was crazy. So all this process that I'm telling you about is UN supervised.
Okay.
So it's a lot of participation from Cuba, Norway, and other countries, especially South America and Latin America. But the UN, even Ban Ki-moon was in the agreement signed.
Okay.
So this is the crazy thing. But now you can say, okay, that makes sense, you will have peace.
A lot of things already going on.
Yeah, but those things only will happen if people vote for yes in the plebiscite. If they don't, no one knows what happened.
So they already get a kind of prognosis to it?
Yeah, the surveys are very complicated because you need at least 40% of the population voting, and people they don't want to go to vote. And the past president of Colombia, Uribe, who was the mentor of the actual president Santos, he said, please vote for no. So he's doing a big campaign, and he's one of the most charismatic leaders we ever had. So can you imagine? This is the problem right now. They signed the agreement, but the most powerful opposition from the government is telling people to vote for no. So that's the conundrum we are. We don't know what will happen. We are motivating people just to go and vote. You should vote yes or no, whatever. Just read the agreement, check the videos, check the things, and really see what could happen to you. Yeah, that's what Colombia is in right now. Even next year, in the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos, Switzerland, the central topic will be Colombia. So it's the first time in 30 years that they do this, because they see this like a big progress.
Do you know something about the peace process in South Africa after
the apartheid 1993? Yeah. No, we have checked more similar peace processes in Central America actually.
Okay. Like
Honduras and Salvador, and yes, because if you're the leader of the guerrilla, you will not like to go to jail.
Yeah, but the families of the victims maybe want justice.
Yes, and so that's the big problem.
That's the source of new problems.
And that's why President Uribe is calling people to vote for no, because the agreement, it doesn't define in a clarity way how they will handle those cases.
Okay, so that's it for today. If you want to know more about Colombia and what will happen in the next few weeks and months, just subscribe to
the channel Pacho Córdoba Otálora, or just find me on Twitter @PachoMan.
And if you want to know more about history, not only of Colombia but of the rest of the world or special topics, follow kurzGeschichte, and we see you all next time.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Now from Tübingen, in the skin of the commentary tomorrow never knows.